This is Bryce's beta. He's breeding them. And what he's doing right now, he's putting eggs and taking care of the eggs in the bubble nest. The female comes around and she wants to mate with him. So she flips over so he can mate with her. He kind of rejected her that time. There she goes, right there. She flips over. He grabs her to mate with her. Pretty cool. Kind of looks like she's in stasis in a dead zone. But she's not. The eggs are coming out. She's full of eggs. But yes, there are eggs in those bubbles because we watched them little. It's like a small pebble of detergent looking, but smaller than that. She'll come out every now and then and want him to mate. See that white thing underneath her belly? That's egg. Right there. That's where the eggs come out. Eggs hatch within like about 24 hours. She's hoping that he'd come over and breed with her. So if you want betas, Bryce is going to sell them. That's his job. He wants to be a beta breeder. See, she's trying to get his attention. There it goes, right there. Oh, he denied her again. He's like, I gotta get back to my nesting. So the beta father is very protective of his nest. He's the one in charge that does all the taking care of his little babies. Any babies that fall to the ground down here, he picks them up and he puts them all the way back up there. And so she's in the back hiding because he's very protective, so he will kill her if he feels his nest is threatened. So you talk about the survival of the fittest, or you're talking about making sure that his baby survive to continue his legacy. This little thing will do it. And she'll pop out every now and then. And the reason why we don't have any rocks and stuff like that on the bottom is because Bryce has done so much research, and he says it's not easy to for the beta father to pick up his eggs and put them back in the nest. So it keeps also the tank cleaner. And the reason why, and how we know, I should say, that they're ready to mate is because she will have stripes. And if you paid attention earlier to the video, you'll see that she had stripes on there. And then also, of course, she looks like, and she's in a stasis mode, like she's dead. And I told Bryce, oh, she's dead. And just to come to find out, nope. She was just getting ready to put herself in a mode. There you go. And so initially we had them in this tank and they were having bubbles and so forth, but it kind of ruined it because we had to put water in there, fill it up. So he lost a lot of family, and that's because I did it. And so, sorry. So we had to decide to make the move, and so that way he has that. But it's this area. But unfortunately, because he had a gorgeous bubble nest up there. I mean, it was huge and it was gorgeous. But like I said, I moved him, so destroyed him. So this is what's left of his bubble nest. Just a little bit. but thankfully it's just enough to put his eggs. And of course, in the way they mate is that the bigger and the awesome bubble nest is, the better attraction for the female to be attracted. But in this case, they've already done it, so she's happy, and there she goes again. She's putting herself a little sexual stasis, trying to get his attention. Oh, and look, see those stripes? Those stripes tell you she's ready to breed. And she's trying to see that bubble nest. Isn't that so cool? There are eggs in there. He's tending to them pretty quick. Just 24 hours. He's staying alert, taking care of those eggs. So, yeah, there are eggs inside. There she goes. See, there she goes. There she goes. Oh, he's like, nope, not gonna have you. I gotta go back to doing my business, being a daddy. She's like, no, come back over here and take care of me. There it goes. Now see that egg underneath her? She's like, oh, Miss Stasis. Snap out of it, he says. Snap out and get out of my nest area. See that right there? That's where the eggs are, right there. See them?
Right there.
Pushing it away too close to my nest. And then we have this heater that we got from Petco with a thermometer. So it's like a rocket. And you have to have it 75, I think it's what, 72 to 85 or something like that. Degrees. I'm not quite sure. Bryce is the expert. This is his little breeding. And but that heater is really nice because if it gets a certain temperature, it shuts it off, and then if it starts getting lower, then it goes back on. So it really monitors the tank. And I think this is probably the best one because there's one that we have that's in the back there, and that one's just ongoing. And of course, this is for a bigger tank. And Bryce has other fish in this tank. These are the color fish. There's one over there, and there's one back there. And we believe that, we definitely believe that, I think, oh, and there's a yellow. Where'd it go? There it is, see? He has a yellow and a green. We had a blue one, and it just disappeared. So I think somebody stole it. We don't know because we cannot find it anywhere. It's no longer, it's not even the pump because our system doesn't pick up the fish or anything like that. But, yeah. See? There's a yellow, there's a pink, and there's like a purple or fuchsia back there. And like, so I don't know what happened to the blue one. But these fish were, when they first came in the tank, they were floating, they were just fishing around. all over the place. But when the bettas, because this is also the bettas tank too, this large tank, when the bettas came in and then they started wanting to do the mating, became territorial, they shoved these fish in the back. So the fish were always in the back until now they realized, okay, the beta's not here, we can come back out. But these are neon colors, as you can tell, and what's great about them is their eyes. So their eyes are really cool. So we have the pink one right there, and that has pink eyes. Then we have the fuchsia looking one right there that has just regular black eyes. But the green one has green eyes. So I don't know if you can tell. But they're really cool.
You need a blue neon light to see it.
No, I saw it was there. So, and this is Bryce's little setup. And he doesn't use regular tap water. He uses bottled water, and you can see those bottles. That he fills them up. He actually has a 3-gallon bottled water, but they only get fresh water because it lets them live longer, and it's cleaner, and there's no chemicals. And as you know, our Las Vegas water is horrible, just horrible. And there is Daddy, and then so sometimes where is she at? Well, there she is in the back. And this is her little nesting area. She hides in this little area. That's Bryce's bird, Jet. And he's kind of mean. He still thinks that he's the boss. And so I've been training him. And that's the top of the bubble nest. Like I said before, he had a gigantic one in this tank. And his nest would mainly be over here in that area when the flow wasn't going. So the flow came back on because we had to turn it off because we had low water, and so it kind of ruined it. But this is where Jet would have his family, and then sometimes he would put it over in certain areas. So I'm sorry, not Jet, that's the bird. But no, so Bryce named this, what'd you name this, Bryce? U.S. Nimitz. So the ship. Yeah, so yep. And then so I'll show you the top of the bubble nest again. Let's see, that's the top. So it's not much of a nest, but let me tell you, this little guy Nimitz, he can actually make an extraordinary bubble nest. If you're interested in what bubble nests look like, go online, or maybe next time we'll post something. But yeah, here it is. So if you want betas, and they're called fries, and there's going to be a lot of them, hopefully everything works out right, then Bryce will be selling them. So, and they're going to have a combination of looking like this, you know, this is the male and the other one's the female. So with that pink and then this red, you'll see a different combination of them. And to breed them, so if Bryce was to bring in a white female or vice versa male, then you'll see the colors on that one. And it's about just breeding. And again, this is his little tank. And there she is hiding. So that's her little bed, and it protects her from being attacked as well. But she has to hide, and once in a while, see, she's peeking. And she's peeking because she wants to come out and mate with him. And she's like peeks because she's like, oh, can I come out now? Is it safe? Can I get your attention? We've got lots of babies in my belly. See, and her belly's pretty full. It's going to go on for a while. But we've had them in here for how long? About a week, 2 weeks now? Yeah. And there she is. He's tending his babies. And you're like, where's the eggs? I want to see them. Well, they blend in with the bubbles. And like there's some eggs over here. See if I can find it. See, like right there. I don't know if you can find it. There's some in there. You can barely see the white little eggs. But he knows. But most of his brood that he takes care of are over in this area. And if you just look right underneath, you see all that little area there? That's where most of his stuff is. So these could be kind of a dead zone, you know, waste and stuff like that. They don't matter. You see? But this is mainly where he takes care of his brood. And they're called fries, like French fries. But he's the boss. Yeah. Okay. See how he's tending them in the back? And she's like, I got the eggs. Take care of the eggs. It's amazing the bubbles don't move when, you know, they're fluttering around. See him? You see his stuff, his belly, himself? Well, he's just fertilizing. Now, when they were babies, when Bryce got them, they were just babies. And she used to pick on him a lot because he was a lot smaller than she. So she was pretty much a bully. So if I chose to have a female, if I put another female in later on after they breed and stuff, I can section her off And then I can put another later on, I can probably put another female in who would be blue. So that way he would have a blue tail, or the babies or something like that. They will change as well. And there's that spot. Okay, well, I think that's it for right now. Bryce has got to go to appointment, and we'll check back another day.